Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm really excited for this one. I haven't filmed one of these in way too long and I'm just excited. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm like in the mood for it today and I'm for this, just everything. We're just happy to be here. I'm also just excited because there's been a few new creators that I've like discovered lately and I've just been like really enjoying their content. I've just been like intrigued by them, I guess if you will. So I'm excited, like it's making me more excited to make the video because there's people that I'm wanting to try their workouts out. So basically if you haven't seen one of these videos before, essentially what I'm doing is following technically my own workout split, but then looking to other online creators and basically going through their workout that they've posted online, and then I'm gonna leave kind of a rating out of 10 and I'm gonna review it, telling you guys what I would do differently in terms of making it an effective workout, seeing if these workouts are just BS or if they're effective or what I think about them, and again, what I would do to make them more effective or what I would do to make them even better. Monday is gonna be a leg day, Tuesday is gonna be upper body, Wednesday is gonna be Pilates, which is gonna be interesting because I have still been dabbling in Pilates, but I haven't ever included it in one of these videos, so that will be fun. Thursday is gonna be another leg day, and then Friday is gonna be a functional full body day. So let's just freaking get into it. But before we get into the workouts, I wanna give a really huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video. It is yet again Element, and Element is essentially an electrolyte company where they make little electrolyte packets. I've been using these for about like a month now, and I genuinely love them. They're so fun, they're so easy just to put into your water, and they've been helping so much with my overall just performance in the gym and feeling really replenished. So electrolytes are important for proper hydration. We think a lot of the times when we are training and when we're sweating, we always just assume that we're just losing only water, and in order to properly hydrate, all we have to do is just drink more water. But it's actually much deeper than that. We are losing minerals and nutrients when we are sweating, and so it's important to actually make sure that we are replenishing those minerals and nutrients through electrolytes. And so that is where Element comes in with these adorable little electrolyte packets. There's 1,000 milligrams of sodium in here, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium, which I love. There's no added sugar or anything like that. So it kind of depends, but I'll usually either add like half a packet or the full packet into some water. I also sometimes will like to add like coconut water and some lemon, like a lemon squeeze in there. Also makes it taste even better as well and just makes it even more of a powerhouse hydration combo. Element is offering you guys a free sample pack with any order, so that's going to come with 8 individual little electrolyte packets, so you can try out every single one of their flavors so you can figure out which ones you like the best. My personal favorite is watermelon, but I also love raspberry and I also love orange. But this offer is only available down below in the description box below. It is drinkelement.com/livefit. Again, DRINKLMNT.com/LIVFIIT. You can get your free sample pack of 8 individual packets. And again, thank you so much to Element for sponsoring today's video. All right, baby, let's get some legs. Let me tell you about the first lovely lady that I chose to do today. It's Katie Craig Wellness. Okay, here she is, the beauty queen. I don't know how I just found her because I kind of feel like her and I are one and the same, which sounds weird because I'm speaking, so she's awesome, like she's just like me. No, but I'm just saying she's also really into like mindfulness and journaling and affirmations and meditation. She's like super, she gives me such like, I mean, her username is Katie Craig Wellness, so like I was gonna say she gives me a wellness vibe, which is like on brand. But just regardless, I just feel like I resonate so much with her. I think she's so cute. She's such a vibe. The moment I found her page, I was like, I love her, and I haven't had that moment in a while. So we're gonna do her for our first overall leg day, and the one that I found, it's titled My Staple Glute Day. First, she started off with a hip thrust complex, which is gonna be really interesting. She calls it the 3-time juicy gluteus tricep, aka the Kate Craig special. So here we go. 10 regular hip thrusts into 10 B stance hip thrusts. Then she did 10 calf glute bridges. And then she's going into some squats. She did 3 sets of 10 here. She said she's doing lightweight, focusing on depth and minimizing butt wink. Then from there, she went to 3 sets of 15 Romanian deadlifts. Again, my favorite exercise. Lighter weight, focusing intently on feeling it slowly in the glutes, mind to muscle connection training. Still interesting that she has that up to 15 reps, but we're here for it. Oh, then after that, she went right into, okay, so this is really a high volume superset. She went right into 20 Romanian pulses, aka fast tempo RDLs with short range of motion. Then she went to 3 sets of 8 of single leg hip thrusts with a knee drive for fuller glute contraction at the top. Then she did 3 sets of 8 with the glute medius kickback at a 45-degree angle. Whoa, and then she did 3 sets of 10 for a glute max kickback, which is straight back. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna say this is a little bit heavier, just volume in general than I would do, but it also seems like she's not going really heavy, so she's, you know, more so compensating and trying to increase that intensity via reps and volume as opposed to via weight. So this should be interesting. I'm excited. So we're back, and the consensus is that I'm dead and hungry all at once. That tricep was disgusting. Like, to start off the workout, the hip thrust tricep was disgusting. It was so hard. It was brutal. And I would be so curious. Also, the gym was packed today, which I wasn't expecting that. It was packed. So, but luckily the glute drive machine was open, so I just did it on there. But that was so hard. I loved that. 3 sets of that was totally fine, and that was brutal. The pause squats were great. They felt amazing for me. I was able to push more weight than I thought. I wasn't like going crazy heavy at all, but I just was able to do more than I thought, and my form felt amazing. My mobility felt amazing. The Romanian deadlifts, this is where I totally, from here down is where I really have a lot to say. The Romanian deadlift, so she did 3 sets of 15, which is already like a higher rep range, and then she went into 20 Romanian pulses, which now I'm looking at this, I don't know if she meant that after every single set. Maybe it was like at the end to finish off. I did it after every single set. A Romanian deadlift is an exercise that yields, it's an exercise that you can lift a lot of weight. So for me, that's not something that I personally would use reps and stuff to increase the intensity and increase volume to increase the intensity. That's when I would be pushing my weight. That was just, that was just brutal, and it was kind of to the point where I didn't feel like, it kind of felt a little bit redundant and kind of just wasted reps a little bit, I want to say, because I say that because then moving on to the single leg hip thrust she did after that, she did 3 sets of 8. So I totally would have flip-flopped those and would have done heavier on the Romanian deadlifts for 3 sets of 8. And then if she wants to do the pulses, I would throw in the pulses after each set. That's fine. Maybe not 20 of them, but maybe 3 sets of 8 and then 10 to 15 pulses. But then that single leg hip thrust, that's when I would do 3 sets of 15 to 20, because that's just an exercise that yields lower weight, and therefore is an exercise where you can use the lever of reps to then increase that intensity, if that makes sense. Then the glute med kickback and the glute max kickback for 3 sets apiece, that I thought was redundant and a little bit it just was a lot of exercises, a lot of volume, and I personally flip-flopped them. I did 3 sets of 10 for the glute med kickback and 3 sets of 8 for the glute max kickbacks, because we did so much glute max work already. We didn't do any abduction work at all to hit those smaller glute muscles really. So I don't know why she chose that one to have less reps. So I felt like that one should have had the 3 sets of 10, so we could actually target those. And then if we wanted to do that glute max finisher, only 3 sets of 8 or whatever the case may be. Overall, I liked the idea of this. I just do not feel like it was super optimal. I still am dead. Again, I don't want, also disclaimer, I don't want me to come across as I'm bashing any of these creators by any means. This is all business. It's not personal. It's just someone's giving me this workout. What would my rating and review be? This, I just feel like it's not optimal. It's a little bit too hefty on the volume here. And I just feel like we could switch up even the order of some exercises. And I just feel like we could kind of mix up the rep schemes of some things to make this a little bit more optimal and have a little bit different of exercise selections. That's the word I'm looking for. It was giving me junk volume vibes. I'm gonna give this workout, I want to say a 6.5, which I feel like is kind of low, because again, the base and the skeleton is great. The outline is okay, it's there. But me walking away from it now, I'm I don't know. It's not I don't know. Something in me wants to give it a 6.5.
Bang bang boogie with my cutie and I see you. We drunk and got drunk.
Okay, enough of that so you don't get copyrighted. Hello, beautiful humans. It is now Tuesday. I decided that today we were doing Rachel Alexandra. That's her, at least her username on Instagram. And I feel like she's definitely like a low-key creator, like not super, I don't know, like she's definitely more so wellness kind of this. She definitely does this on the side, but I feel like she's always like a consistent, I like her. I found a pretty recent full upper body workout that she did. By the way, I love her workout, her outfit, excuse me, it's so cute. Love the purple vibes. It looks phenomenal on her. So she started off with 8 sets of 5 on bench. 8 sets? Wait, is this correct? I did not notice this. 8 sets of 5 bench press with 8 sets of 10 inverted row. Sorry, what? 8 sets? I guess that's like fine. Anyways, okay. Then she went into 2 sets of 14 incline dumbbell press. Then she did 3 sets of 10 chest supported dumbbell row, which I really like those. I just started doing those. And she supersetted that with 3 sets of 10 of a bicep curl to a dumbbell press. Okay. That seems nice. Then she finished off with another superset of 3 sets of 10 tricep push down. Supersetted that with 3 sets of 10 of a banded face pull. I'm going to be honest, I was like super on board and excited until I just realized 8 sets. That's just going to feel so long. But we're going to keep a positive attitude. 8 sets? Excuse me? Usually, like, that's when people do like 10 sets of 10 and like they'll have like 3 exercises for the whole workout. I don't know. Okay, here we go. All right, we're back at the house because my camera was dying, so we needed to come get another battery. Here's my consensus. I loved that workout. Like, I loved it. This is like totally with a type of workout structure that I would go with. The 8 sets in the beginning, they were way better than I thought. I didn't realize that it was only 8 sets. I didn't process, I guess, that it was only 5 reps each set. So it went like really fast. And I just liked it. The 8 sets of 10 inverted rows was challenging. Like, that was honestly really hard, but I really liked the 8 sets of 5 on bench, especially because I don't bench often and I'm not like super comfortable with it. So I liked like having short bursts of it more often than like longer bouts, if that makes sense, like longer sets. So I actually like really thoroughly enjoyed that and it went way better than I thought. I loved the incline bench press, that's that. I love the chest supported dumbbell rows. Like I said, I've been doing those lately. I love them, they feel so good. Bicep curl to dumbbell press, I enjoyed it. Again, not the most optimal exercise for biceps. Like maybe I would have added in another exercise for more like bicep isolation. Love the tricep push down and I really enjoyed pairing it with face pulls. We don't have like big bands at my gym, so I just did normal like cable face pulls. However, I was doing them high to low and I realized I should have done them like standing. So I'll put in both clips here because then I did a few extra sets standing at the end. But overall, like I just love the structure of this, and also I'm realizing this was programmed by a personal trainer. She said programming and added Josh something. Maybe that is why I liked it. So I guess I'm realizing she didn't write this workout herself, but like it's still fine. But this is just totally the exact same way like I would have orchestrated an upper body workout. Like I love that it was supersets with opposing muscle groups. Like we had the bench, which was a chest movement, with a row, which was a back movement. Same thing, we had the chest supported rows for back, but then we did biceps and a dumbbell press for kind of shoulder. We have a push and a pull movement there. Same thing, we had a pushing motion with the tricep push down, but then a pulling motion with those face pulls. So I love that. I really love this. I really don't think I have anything that I would necessarily change. Like maybe I would have done 8 sets of 8 on the inverted row. Like 10 was a little bit much. Overall, you guys, I'm dishing out a 10. I don't know. I just like really loved it. I really liked it. It felt really great. Hello, you guys. Welcome to Wednesday. That sounded just nice. Today we are doing, I've never included this style of workout in one of these videos, and we're gonna do a Pilates style workout. And again, if you guys follow me closely, you guys know I really love Sarah's Day. She's an Australian influencer. Here she is here. And not that we necessarily resonate with the same training style, but I just love how well she's done in the sense of like curating a genuine personal brand. Like I admire so much what she's done in her business aspect, in the branding of, you know, making a brand out of just her and her values and what she stands for. I think is really freaking sick, and I just really admire it. And I also really do love that she really values more so overall wellness and true health. However, with all that being said, I've never actually tried one of her workouts before because that is the thing, like we don't really have similar workout styles. And so I thought now would be a perfect time to try, like actually try one of her workouts, especially since I've been dabbling in with Pilates lately. So here she has, it's a 30-minute at-home Pilates workout with no equipment, which is usually my vibe, except this is going to be different because I've never done a Pilates workout that's not like following along on like a YouTube video, so it's going to be interesting. But she has 2 different circuits. There's 4 exercises in each circuit, 3 rounds for each circuit, and then each exercise within each circuit is 1 minute long. I'm just gonna set a timer. I use the interval timer on my phone. It's free at the App Store. This is what I normally use for my full body functional days. She didn't say anything about the rest period, but let's do each circuit without resting, but we'll rest in between circuits. I already know I'm gonna forget which exercises she did, so I'm gonna have to be looking at my phone a lot. Here's me in the intermedium. The interim, did I just combine 2 words? Most likely, but I'm feeling great. We'll get into the review in a second. But I saw that she has this 10-minute Pilates ab burner, and I still got more in me. I'm enjoying jamming out to my throwbacks playlist right now, so we're gonna do this. It's each exercise, like about 10 different exercises, 1 minute per exercise. Let's get it. You guys, look at me. Let's reel it in really quickly. I rarely sweat in Utah, so the fact that I'm sweaty like this from working out at home is like, I'm just gonna say, I underestimated that workout. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, this will be pretty easy, like it shouldn't be bad. That was like challenging, and listen, I'm not like a Pilates instructor, so I can't really review it in terms of like legitimate technicality, I guess, if you will. But in terms of like a fellow fitness enthusiast, I will say like it felt super balanced. Like I had a burn pretty much everywhere, and those exercises were just harder than I thought, especially after you're like doing them for a minute. It's the slow movements with the short range of motion, the pulses, my muscles just like aren't used to it, and it's brutal. I felt like I totally had a burn everywhere, like legs, glutes, arms, back of my arms, like everywhere, and I didn't really think that was gonna happen. So again, I'm impressed, and this girl is a mother of 2 and is killing it, and that was just like way harder than I thought. Also, when you're like up on your side and you're doing like the sweeping leg, that I feel that so much in my glute medius, like the outer portions of my glutes, so much. I like get a cramp. It's brutal. Also, the slow pace like crossbody mountain climbers, brutal. Like for the after the full minute, even basically just the second circuit I thought was going to be easier, but like it was still just as challenging. Like even those step backs with like the arm flail is what I'm calling them, like I thought that was going to be a cakewalk. I was like, what is this doing? And then that was literally the exercise in that circuit that I was like trying to push through to get through the full minute. So there's that. In terms of the ab burner, I think I also underestimated that because it's supposed to be like a Pilates with like a core emphasis, and I thought it was just like core. But some of those exercises I was like impressed that I could do, like that roll up to like a V hold. I thought I could not do that. But then the exercise after that, number 7 out of 10 with the knee sweep, the knee drag, I couldn't do that. Like, I do not think I was doing that correctly, and that was so hard. I don't even know what she was doing. It was also kind of frustrating because this reel is so fast. I like didn't really have time to even see what she was doing, so I was trying to figure out the exercises like throughout the workout because I didn't try to figure it out beforehand. So like I wasn't really sure what she was doing, and I was trying, and it just was so hard. But then everything else was pretty good. Oh, that like the low plank rockers, that was brutal for a minute. I had to hold for a plank at times. Honestly, that was so hard. Totally underestimated that. I really liked the workout. I'm giving that a 10. I really liked it. I thought the exercises were super fun too. Like, I enjoyed the exercises. They were hard. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I liked it. And it's also not because I'm biased and I like Sarah. Welcome to Thursday. I need to get a different lead in because I say that every single time. But anyways, today we're doing another leg workout and I'm really excited. I'm feeling like in it. I don't know why I'm feeling like, I don't want to say anything like jinx it, but like I feel like this is going to be a good workout. I just feel energized. For today, I'm actually really excited because this creator like randomly came to my head and I was like, wait, she's perfect. And I feel like I don't know, I just have never been someone to follow her closely, but I also have always loved the things that she posts. It is CollegeCleanEating on Instagram. Her real name is Katrina, but the one that I'm choosing, she did 3 sets of 10 hamstring curls, which I find interesting because I never start with isolation work, so we'll see how that goes. Then she went into 3 sets of 8 with RDLs. Then she went to 3 sets of 8 hip thrusts, supersetted with 8 B stance hip thrusts each leg. So kind of similar to what we did on Monday's workout, a little bit different. I'm really hoping, I'm here earlier today, so I'm hoping it won't be crowded and I can get an actual like free barbell to do normal hip thrusts, because I believe it or not, I haven't done barbell hip thrusts in a really long time, like a month, if not longer. So then she did 3 sets of 8 with a stationary lunge. She used the Smith machine, which I'm really excited for those. And then she did 3 sets on the back extension with a drop set. So she did 10 reps and then she would drop the weight and go till failure, and she did that 3 total times. All right, dudes, peoples, that was phenomenal. I'm kind of like dead. I need food because all I ate was breakfast and then came here, and usually I'll have like 2, maybe 2.5 meals before I work out, and I'm just like hungry now. But let me give you the first synopsis. First of all, I just don't like when people start with an isolation move. I just don't understand any of the philosophy before it. I guess because you want to like burn out your muscles beforehand, but like from what I've learned, it's best to start with training your muscles in the lengthened position and then in the shortened position, meaning like the hamstring curls, you're training it in the shortened position. That's when there's like the most tension, whereas opposed to like an RDL, the most tension is in the lengthened version when you're like bent over. So I don't get it, especially right before like 3 sets of 8 of RDLs. Like, that's such a big movement with like, you're gonna be pulling really heavy weight, which I did PR just name. And you know, I didn't like it. Like, I felt like I kind of want to say it was a waste. Like, I understand pre-exhausting the muscles, but like, I don't like it. But anyways, the hamstring curls felt good. The Romanian deadlifts, I don't know what it is, you guys. I like kind of can't stick with like sets of 8, that rep range. I don't know why, because every time I'm like, okay, you're gonna do 3 or 4 sets of 8, I always end up like doing 10. Also because I feel like when I do up the weight to only be able to do 8 of them, then it like my form and my mind to muscle connection suffers, like, because then I'm kind of pushing a little bit too heavy weight to feel it in the right areas, if that makes sense. But dudes, the last set, I don't even know how much weight I was doing, but I had 20, it was 155 pounds is what I was pulling, and I literally did like 10 or 12 of them. I think I did 12, which is insane because I kind of just blacked out, and sometimes they feel so good, and I just love the like, this is when I'm psycho, but I just love the way they feel. So that was my PR in terms of like reps. The hip thrust with the B stance hip thrust, so much harder than I thought. They were so tough, and I think because I always train with hip thrusts like really heavy, when I'm doing something a little bit higher volume like this, or like splitting it into single leg movements, it burns like HE double hockey sticks, and that gave me the biggest pump. I loved it, but it was dreadfully so hard, like I was dying. Stationary lunge, I didn't hate. I liked the rep range of 3 sets of 8. I had to do that with the free barbell because our only Smith machine, was taken, which was kind of a bummer. That one, I feel like I was so tired at that point of the workout. My mind to muscle connection wasn't very keen. I feel like my form wasn't great, but still was a really good exercise that I loved. The back extension drop set, brutal, but I felt that majority in my hamstrings. But like, this was such a superb workout. And when I was first looking at this, when I was reading it to you guys in the beginning, I was like, there's no lateral work. Like, maybe I'll throw in something at the end. I was toasted after this workout. I am toasted. Like, I had nothing left in me to do any sort of lateral work. I'm giving this workout a 9. Like I said, I decided that when I was doing those stationary lunges. 100% a 9. I would have really only swapped. Like, I would have started with the RDLs, gone into the hip thrust, stationary lunge, then the hamstring curls than the back extension probably. However, the hamstring curls followed by the back extension would have been like obliterating the hamstrings, so maybe I would have put them after the RDLs or after the hip thrust before the lunges. I just want to have started with them, and that's kind of the only reason why I'm giving it a 9. And the other reason is because there is no lateral work in there. It's also why I'm giving it a 9. But like, brutal workout, so good. Welcome to the last day of the video, you guys. It is now Friday, and today is like a functional full body / like HIIT circuit training, that sort of style and vibe of training. And a girl that I've been really loving, I don't know why I've been like, just have been into her vibe and like her content lately. Something about her has been like drawing me in, and it is Kylie Ross, and she used to be a college soccer player. So when I thought about what to do like for this workout, I was like, Kylie would honestly be perfect for this. But I did find like a perfect EMOM style workout, which that's like what I conventionally do on these days. So I thought this was absolutely perfect. And EMOM stands for every minute on the minute. So basically you're going to be doing an exercise for each minute, and then once the next minute begins, that's when you start the next exercise, and then it's kind of just this continuous loop. And this is a 24-minute one, 3 total rounds of 8 exercises, which I already love that setup. That's my favorite type of setup, and it's body weight, so there's absolutely no equipment, which I really like. So this is going to be interesting. So first she started off with a sumo squat with alternating lunges, and each exercise is for 40 seconds on and 20 seconds rest. That looks like a fun little movement. Then she went to jump squats for 40 seconds. That's going to be deadly. Shoulder tap with a push-up. That'll be nice. Seesaw lunges. I've never done those before. Crab toe touches. Those are fun, and I don't do those often. Then she did a squat to a plank, walk out to a push-up. I love me a good combo. And then finishing off with ab kicks. But I'm excited. I feel like this is going to be right up my alley. So we'll see how I feel about the intensity of everything. Okay, I'm back with my review. I'm looking a little rough right now, but I was like dripping sweat after this workout. It was insane. So overall, my like first initial impressions and like my immediate review was like, it was a good workout. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I got super sweaty, and it definitely was challenging. Like the challenge was there, especially for only doing like 3 rounds of this. I feel like these types of workouts are, you always look at them and you think they're going to be easier than they are until you actually do them, you know? So this definitely was challenging. Especially like the ab kicks. I've never like really did like a full set of those, I feel like, and those really got tiring, especially having that be the last exercise of the circuit was deadly. I actually really liked those seesaw lunges, even though I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to feel about them. I actually really liked them. I felt like they were kind of a good, more like steady state exercise to add in the middle of a workout like this. But the only thing I will say is like, I feel like I maybe would have like rearranged the workouts, would be kind of the exercises, would be like my only critique, if you will. Like the sumo squat to alternating lunges into the jump squats was definitely challenging, and I just personally prefer to, like when I construct workouts like this, I like to make it really balanced so that like you're not really burning out one muscle group at once. So like I would have maybe done the sumo squat and alternating lunges, and then put jump squats as like the 3rd or 4th or 5th exercise, something like that. I don't know, I kind of like structuring them so they almost feel more full circle, if you will. Ideally, I would have started with the jump squats, just because that's like a very big movement that definitely is more challenging than those sumo squats to alternating lunges. So I ideally probably would have done the jump squats, then maybe the shoulder tap to push up, then the sumo squat and alternating lunges, then the plank dips, because it also is kind of a lot to be on your shoulders for the push-ups and the plank dips. Then I would have gone into, honestly, probably the crab toe touch, then the seesaw lunges, then the squat with the plank walkout and the push-up, and then finish with the ab kicks is how I personally would have rearranged it, if you guys caught that. Basically just making it a little bit more balanced. This also is very shoulder heavy, like with the ab kicks, the plank walkout to the push-up, the crab toe touch, the plank dips, and the shoulder taps. Like my shoulders were definitely feeling it, which isn't a bad thing, but again, it just was very concentrated. So I think kind of rearranging it maybe would have made it feel a little bit more balanced. So anyways, that's it for this week. I'm definitely toasted. The workouts are really good, and I'm definitely feeling tired. I was like too tired to go for my walk today. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to make. Leave a thumbs up if you guys did, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sending you so much love, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.